Hi, Cancer. Welcome. So, Cancer, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, Cancer, overall energy here is Mercury. Gemini energy for some of you. You could be on the cusp or have that in your chart, or just simply the influencing vibes. But this is talking about words, thoughts, analysis, communication, information, learning something new, a heightened sense of awareness. You might also find yourself just being very curious, okay, just like in general or about this person. It's all about perception at the end of the day, right? Because that's really all life is perception, right? How you choose to see things, what you choose to see in others, what you choose to see in yourself. And so maybe needing to take a look at if the perception that you hold suits you or serves you or not, okay? So you have the Five of Cups here. Cancer is your overall energy, which sometimes could indicate sadness or feeling down or just like a sense of not belonging or like meh type of energy, if nothing else. You may find yourself in a little bit of a funk as we start September or in the current energy. And then this person has the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And literally, I heard this, and excuse my language, cut through the bullshit. I'm not lying. I'm not fibbing. That's what I heard as soon as that popped out. It was the first thing that came to mind was cut through the bullshit. So, wow, okay, let's cut to the chase, okay? Whoever you're connecting with, they may not be messing around, you know? They might want to cut through the issue of something or get to the heart of something, especially if this person is coming from a place of, like, frustration themselves or is dealing with, like, a lot of stress or challenges. They might be a little bit blunt, or they might not have the patience, right, to like tolerate anything right now, or that just could be how they are in general. I'm not really sure. So let's see here then, Cancer. Let's go into the recent past, see what led up to the now for the both of you, how you currently are seeing things, what's at the heart of the matter, and most likely future outcome. So, Cancer, recent past energy is the Four of Pentacles here, the Magician and the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Cups. So, I feel like some of you in the recent past, you know, you were really kind of stuck on something that you really wanted to see manifest, but now it seems to be there's like a little bit of confusion around that. And it seems to have you distracted emotionally. So it could be that things didn't quite like pan out or turn out maybe how you envisioned them in the past, and this creating a little bit of, or a lot of bit of sadness for some of you, or disappointment, let's say that. Like I feel like a sense of disappointment here, like wow, okay, that's not how I thought things would play out, or that's not what I thought was going to occur, and then feeling a little bit disconnected or disappointed because of it. They're saying you had your heart set on something, working out a certain way, and then the results seem to be elusive or confusing, or it has you like wondering maybe where you went wrong even. Some of you trying to think about like, okay, where did I go wrong in this? I feel like I've done everything right, and maybe getting stuck in the ditch with this, Cancer, or it really pulling you out of alignment, if nothing else, and maybe even making it hard for you to focus on other things. Like I do feel like your emotional space having a strong hold on you, or at least it has in the recent past. So sometimes it can be hard to concentrate, right, when we have a lot of stuff going on pulling at our emotions, and I kind of feel like that's what's been occurring here. So let's see where this, I just got the chills, okay. Let's see where this person's been at in the recent past, where their energy has been. Ooh. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, wow, okay. Oh my goodness, so many cards. All right, the Hermit. Holy cow. This is a whole story right here in itself. All right, so Page of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Devil, the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit. I've got Virgo, Leo, Capricorn energy here for some of you. It could be in this person's chart, or it's just the influencing vibes for them. But this person has been heavily, heavily focused on commitments and love, okay? Or committing to love, or who they want to commit to, or being in love, those types of things. I feel like there's this desire here, at least there has been in the recent past, to get another chance at something. They keep wanting to say, take another stab at it. I don't know if that's a saying that you say or this person or how that relates, but yeah, let me go ahead and say that. They want to take another stab at something or another chance at something. And I feel like this person getting like heavily fixated on the object of their desire, to the point that they might even like isolate themselves or like leave everyone else out in the cold possibly. I just feel like this person has a tendency to get consumed with the object of their desire, especially if there's love involved, right? And especially if they feel committed to that person or to that tie. So I feel a lot of this person's attention going to that arena of their life. And if they're committed or connected to you, then certainly that could be how they feel towards you, Cancer, but take it as it resonates. It's just like, holy fixation. You know what I mean? Like, borderline obsessiveness. It's like when this person gets it's like a dog with a bone, you know what I mean? Like when they get their mind set on something or their heart set on something, they're just like, they get obsessive about it. Or at least that's how they've been in the past. So let's see what your perception is of the connection. In the current energy, or what's going on in the headspace for Cancer, please. The Ten of Swords, the Empress, Two of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. Ooh, I was going to end there, but I cannot end there because I want you to see what that's about. Some of you feel like this person was a false soulmate or a false twin flame or a false connection, or there's some sort of falseness around it. It's a sense of like feeling at your wit's end here, Cancer, and feeling like, okay, I've been patient. I've invested a lot of time and energy. I worked on myself. I felt like this was going in a certain direction, or things were going to manifest in a certain way, and then getting hit with the ugly truth of something, or realizing that maybe everything wasn't quite what you thought it was, or that there was something being hidden or a truth being hidden around the connection. Wow, okay, so yeah, I definitely want to clarify that. And it could be too that you feel like, wow, I cared for and nurtured this because it was important to me, and only to come to find out like it wasn't being reciprocated, or maybe not in the way that you thought it was, or you thought it was going to work in a certain kind of way. You had an expectation maybe, and then just feeling like, wow, left out in the cold, you know, feeling some kind of way about this. I feel, Cancer, for those of you that this is connecting to, feeling some kind of way about this. All right, so let's see this person's perception. This person's headspace. The Magician. Whoa, why? Oh, there's the Two of Cups again. This person's got a lot going on, or they could be someone that has, like, always has a lot going on, or always has a lot to say. This could be a very talkative person in general. Like, they talky all the time is what I'm feeling. Yeah, it's like a personality trait. Like I get a sense of the like this person not being someone who minces words, especially when they're angry, right? So this would be the type of person that's like when they're passionate about something, or maybe when they're angry about something, they definitely will let you know. Like this is not like someone who would withhold or hide emotion. This would be someone that probably says too much. That type of energy. All right, so I feel like in their current headspace, there seems to be something they're manifesting in this connection or in relationships in general that they're very protective of, okay? They definitely have relationships on the mind. It could be that this person is working on things when it comes... What? Hold on a second. All right, so this is for a few of you, and you will know. This would not be a surprise to you. It's like this person has someone waiting in the wings. They could be someone that always has like something that they're currently working on, or a current person, and then a person in the wings. I'm just saying, like some of you, this is a third party situation where someone is giving themselves to more than one connection. And if like I said, if you're resonating with that part, then you already know that, okay? For the rest of you, it's just a sense of like, this person heavily focused on relationships right now, hyper fixated on it, especially if they feel a soulmate connection there. They're wanting to incorporate like this very passionate side of themselves, but also this very practical side. But I do feel like them wanting to kind of work things out. But can I just say this? Okay, so even if there isn't like a third party situation, this person is steady trying to balance more than one priority or more than one person. But it doesn't have to be like a cheating scenario. Like I said, you would know if it was. But it could also be like they're trying to appease their mother while they're also trying to appease you, while they're also trying to appease, like their child or like another person. I just feel like this person trying to stretch themselves really thin, or try to give themselves or somehow make things work, like in all these different areas of their life, but they're actually kind of complicating the energy too much. They're definitely overcomplicating things. I mean, look how many cards I have out for them versus you. Your cards are pretty simple, direct. This person is like a little bit all over the place, or they have a tendency to like over dramatize or over complicate things. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the heart space then. Cancer, in the heart space. 10 of Pentacles. King of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Judgment card. So, in the emotional space, you're definitely learning something new, even about the people that you feel the closest to. Like this might be a time frame, Cancer, where just like you're getting new insight left and right on the people you feel most connected to. And this could be a good thing, right? Like learning something positive, or it could be like, I didn't know that you felt that way or that you thought that way. They're wanting you to release any judgment though. Some of you may be finding out things that maybe has you feeling a little bit judgy or judgmental, or wants to make some sort of judgment around, but actually Spirit is saying to kind of release the need to do that, because when we judge others, it doesn't necessarily hurt the other person, but it certainly does affect our vibration and makes us feel a certain kind of way. And I'm feeling like you already kind of feel a certain kind of way, so why contribute to that? They're saying it just doesn't serve you to do that, and to be a little bit more open-minded, okay? I do feel like you're getting very, very clear, though, on what you're thinking and how you're thinking, and what you're going to continue to put your time and energy into, and what you're going to kind of let loose of. Some of you might be thinking about new ideas or new ways to kind of infuse more love or more playfulness into your home environment or family environment, or possibly the connection as well. So I feel a lot of insight coming through the heart space here. I heard, who do you love? I don't know if that's a song or what. Let's see what's going on in the heart space. 6 of Wands. Six of Wands. The Judgment card. I thought I saw a card flip. It's interesting that you both have the Judgment card in your emotional space, both of you needing to release the need or the desire to judge one another, possibly. 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. So again, your card's very simplistic, their card's a little bit much. I just get a sense of like this person being a bit much. So Cancer, in this person's heart of heart, they want to be the one that comes out on top. They want to have attention. They want your attention, possibly, or affection. I'm definitely getting they are craving affection in their life. This person is trying to make decisions that they think will keep the peace, but at the same time serve a purpose or serve their highest what? Good. Their highest intention? No. It's like a sense of like this person trying to seem like, or intending to, I'm not saying they're doing this on purpose, but it's like they're trying to be like this peacemaker, or like trying to appease everyone, but at the end of the day, they ultimately always make the decision that's in the best interest of them. You know what I mean? Which, okay, now there's lots of schools of thought about that. Some people would be like, that's selfish, but I'm here to tell you that in order for you to live your best life and to be at your happiest, you do have to be selfish, because you're the only one living in your skin, feeling your emotions and having to create your life, right? So when you start creating your life to appease other people, you go further and further away from who you truly are. So, you know, I don't know why I'm saying that, other than to like try and give a little bit of grace, but also to give that grace to yourself and ask yourself, Cancer, are you living your best life? Are you prioritizing you and what's best for you? Because you may also need to look at that yourself, right? Because I feel like this person is looking out for their best interest. So are you? If not, you might want to think about that. Like, you know, yeah. I do feel like this person does hold like relationships or family very close to them. This is something that's very meaningful to them. So don't get me wrong. I don't feel like this, like sometimes I do readings and I feel like narcissistic, toxic type of vibes, which I'm not crazy about those titles, because I think those are ego-driven perceptions. And weren't we just talking about perceptions at the beginning of the reading? But yeah, but I'm not feeling that right now. Like, I feel like this person is making decisions that's in their best interest, but I do feel they genuinely care, though, about others. It's just that at the end of the day, they're still going to go with whatever they're fixated on, because they get fixated on something and they can't let go of it. Is that making sense? All right, so let's see what the most likely future outcome is. 2 of Wands. Queen of Swords. And by the way, if you're watching this reading and you're like, no, that person is a complete narcissist, this may not be your reading. This might not be about that person. Have an open mind. It's not always the person you think it's going to be about. Sometimes it's someone new, sometimes it's a family member, sometimes it's a friend, you know, or maybe it's just not your reading. But I don't feel that type of vibe. I feel like this person intending well, but They overcomplicate things. Sometimes they're over dramatic, and they tend to get obsessive or fixated on things. All right, so where are you at? Two of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, well, you feel all kinds of different ways about this, Cancer. I feel like you're trying, you may have really tried to see this from all perspectives, from a logical perspective, from, from an emotional perspective, from what makes sense type of perspective. I feel like there's a few different things going on. It may be that there's things about this connection or this person that intrigue you, that make you think. There's things that you like about it that excite you. But then there's also things that kind of make you want to turn your nose, Like it's not all hunky-dory all the time. It could be that you feel like this person lacks empathy when you need them the most, I'm just saying. Or maybe you're in this space right now where you're not feeling at your best, and because you're not at your best, it's skewing your perception of this person or the connection, which often happens, right? When we're not at our best, when we're feeling like really poopy about ourselves or whatever, we tend to be harder on other people or expect more out of them, like, because we're coming from that vantage point, that perception. And then vice versa, when we bounce back or we're feeling at our best or life is going really good for us, we tend to see people through that higher level perception. We tend to be more loving. We tend to be more understanding when we have it to give. I guess what I'm saying is, like, when you don't have it to give, it could be difficult for you to see this person through loving eyes. Or maybe they've given you some reasons, but I feel like this is more about your perception. It's not so much about other people or this person. It's about what you have going on internally, than more so than anything else, right? And so it could be, that like it's just where you're at currently skewing that perception, and that could change, right? When life changes, when your mood changes, whatever. Wow, whoever this is meant for, I hope it makes sense. Let's see this person's most likely future outcome. They're giving me a song. She didn't have to shut me out. I've gotten that song so many times. I don't know why I get a repeated song. You didn't have to shut me out and act like we were nothing. Some of you, that may be what happened, or that may be what you're doing. Or you just simply could like that song. You're not sure. All right, so this person has the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. So, whoa. Okay. They are coming off a little bit cold. I'm just saying. Like, maybe this person does have like two sides to them, like this very loving side that's considerate, and then they can also be at the same time inconsiderate or very cold or self-centered. Okay, like I said earlier, I think there's a healthy way to be selfish, and then there's if you take it to the extreme, right, it can be hurtful to others. So one coming from the higher self of selfishly loving oneself, and one coming from the lower self of not being considerate at all of others. So there's a fine balance there. Sometimes this person trips over their words is what I'm getting, but I was going to say trips over that line, but maybe they do trip over their words. I don't know. I just feel like they are definitely analyzing the situation, you know, closely examining how they're thinking, how they're feeling. I think this person is like someone who's probably very observant. Like, I feel like they closely analyze the situation before they come through and communicate about it, because they don't want to be taken off guard, or they want to be the smarter one. What the heck? Oh, jeez. Here I'm trying to give your cross watcher the benefit of the doubt, and then these cards come out. I'm getting like a little, okay, so maybe the ego part of this person is someone who always likes to be the smartest person in the room, or they think that, or they like to outsmart people, or they have like this part of them that tends to go in that direction when they're in their ego. Okay? I feel like this person, regardless, does want to communicate. They definitely have been thinking and considering a lot of different things. But they may communicate in a moment of frustration, and that may all go out the window, because I also feel like if you get this person angry enough or frustrated enough, then all of that calculation they did and all of that close consideration they did about how they were going to say something may go right out the window. And then they become like this more blunt version of themselves that I felt at the beginning of the reading. So, who are you dealing with? I don't know. Can I get one more? I do feel them wanting to come through and communicate after really examining or thinking about something. And about what, I have no idea. Okay, but if this person is stressed out, they may communicate more out of like agitation and create more challenges than they create solutions. So a caution to your cross watcher to wait until you are in a better space before coming forward with how you're thinking or feeling. That's for sure. All right, or it might blow up in your face. Just saying, cross watcher, you've been warned. Let's see what the guidance is here. Goodness gracious, what an interesting reading. Okay, you have support, and they have serenity. This says people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and they move on, while others return because you need to learn more from them. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So I think you're going to figure out which category this person fits in. Were they just someone you were going to learn from, someone you still have learning to do with, or beside you through your entire life? This person has the card of serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing negative feelings and emotions. Do not let past issues and resentment interfere. High likelihood that if this person goes into their lower self, they may let the past or resentment or anger get the best of them, and so their caution is to wait that out, okay, before they communicate. To come from a space of serenity and love as often as they can when they communicate, so that they don't regret what they say. All right, so wow. Interesting reading. We're going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs you might be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, let's see, Gemini, Sagittarius, Libra again, Taurus, and Leo, and Scorpio. So you might be connecting with any of those signs or have that in your chart. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram as well, guys. I'm doing an event in September on manifestation and more about how to connect with your guides. So don't miss out. My Facebook is linked below. Make sure you follow me there so you get the notification. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends.